You're listening to the Cool Audio Podcast, your escape into the world of stories, sounds, and imagination. Whether you're driving, chilling at home, or just need a moment to unplug, we've got a story just for you. So sit back, relax, and let the journey begin. Then change the topic and say the seductive woman Melody not only sleeps with her boss, but also tries to seduce Easton Bow. Huh? Is that wise? If they investigate, we'll be sued for slander. It seemed her minion had some legal knowledge. Do it. Don't worry. I'll protect you. Yaru was jealous of Melody and tried to make up all kinds of stories to slander her even though she was injured. Yaru and her minions bought some cyber posters to continue trash-talking Melody. But Easton's fans were in a great number, and most of them were hardcore fans. They sparred with Yaru's people and defeated them instantly. By protecting Easton, they also protected Melody. At 6 p.m., Chloe sat alone in the coffee house she had invested in. About 6 bodyguards stood less than 2 meters away from her, but didn't dare to go forward. They knew their madam was in a bad mood. "President Green, would you like some warm milk?" the manager of the coffee house asked cautiously since she was his big boss. "No, bring me another glass of boiled water." "Yes, ma'am." A waitress brought her another glass of boiled water. She just sat there quietly with a sad expression. Justin was driving through the street on his way to a dinner with his client. Driving the race car, he glanced at the coffee house that Chloe invested in, and to his surprise, he saw Chloe. Chloe's car was parked outside with bodyguards standing by the car and in the coffee house. Seeing so many bodyguards, he knew Chloe was inside. Pulling up his car, he walked into the coffee house. Chloe's bodyguards knew Justin and didn't dare to stop him. They were about to greet him when Justin shushed them. He walked to sit down across from Chloe and teased, "Big-bellied woman, how come you're here all by yourself?" Chloe looked up immediately and smiled. "You're a big-bellied woman." "What are you doing here? Staring into the air?" "Yeah. Are you waiting for someone? If you're waiting for your husband, I'll go. I don't want to be the third wheel." Justin knew Jack doted on Chloe and wouldn't bear to let her sit here alone. "No, he doesn't know I'm here." "What's up? Something's on your mind?" Seeing her melancholic expression, he asked. "Yeah, I feel a bit low." Having known Justin for years, she could tell him things that bothered her. "Tell me about it. I'll see what can depress our genius Dr. Green so much that she would sit here alone drinking boiled water." "Cody and Violet left in a plane today. I wanted to see them off, but I was afraid I'd cry, so I didn't go. I just saw the messages they sent me and feel a bit sad." With her cell phone in her hand, she said in a low voice. Justin felt bad seeing her like this. "Oh, it's a good thing that they emigrated to another country. He has retired but is still bothered by negative news. His mother and younger brother must leave here to start a new life if they want to gain peace." "I know. I just can't bear to see them go. I can't bear to see people around me leave me one by one." "Nonsense, you have us. Even Avery was lured back by Mr. Cruz. We're a big group. After Mr. Chase and Zuri remarry, we'll have more friends." Justin tried to comfort Chloe. "Justin, if one day I left, would you be so sad?" "Where are you going? Noah's Ark or Mars?" Justin joked. "A faraway place and never come back," said Chloe. "It's fine. I'll move there too, to be your neighbor." Justin smiled. "What if you couldn't go to that place?" "Nonsense. I can go anywhere. I'll follow you wherever you go." After the words were out, Justin felt they were improper and immediately corrected himself. "I mean all of us, including Mr. Blake and Victoria, Noah and Sarah, Max and Avery will follow you." "Good." Chloe forced out a smile but was still melancholic. "It's past 6 p.m. and the sky is dark. You still don't want to go home?" Justin glanced at his watch and reminded her. "I just want to sit here for a while. If my husband knows, he'll get worried. I'll go home after the mood passes." "Have you had supper?" Chloe shook her head. "What do you want to eat? I'll eat with you." "I don't want to eat." Chloe lowered her head to play with her cell phone. "Do you want to go with me to collect debt?" "Collect debt?" Chloe was surprised. "Yeah, I was on my way to see a client. He owes me some money. Instead of sitting here and mulling over sad thoughts, you can go with me to collect debt. If we succeed, We can split it. What do you think? How much does he owe you? Chloe finally showed some interest. Not much, only a bit over $8 million. Oh, it's indeed not much. Then why didn't he return it? He's short in cash, or… No, the fellow is the brother-in-law of the president of Longtech Group. Knowing his brother-in-law is a good friend of mine, he keeps stalling returning the money. He's not short in cash. Last month, he spent tens of millions on a diamond at an auction house for his wife. He just plays poor with me. Is he afraid of his wife? Yeah, very. It's said he's very good to his wife. I have a way to deal with him. Okay, I'll go with you. Distracted by Justin's business, she was no longer sad. She rode with Justin while her bodyguards drove after his car. Afraid she'd feel cold, Justin closed the ceiling windows and took out a small blanket from the trunk to spread it on her knees. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. You're a treasure on the same level of big pandas. I must protect you. Justin was always relaxed when he was with Chloe. While he drove, he began to whistle. Aware that Chloe was pregnant, he drove slowly, not wanting to stimulate her with high speed, making the drivers behind him curse aloud. Is your car a Lamborghini or a damned old bull? Mr. Cooper returned arrogantly. You're right, old pal. Lamborghini's logo is a bull. The drivers that were stuck behind him almost spewed out blood in fury. Little Bean sent a video chat to Justin to ask him to take her out on the weekend. But to her surprise, her mom answered. Huh? What's going on? Little Bean was stupefied. What's up, Little Bean? Mom, is it really you? It's me. But I called Handsome Cooper. You. Mom, what are you doing with Handsome Cooper behind my dad's back? Little Bean's shout shook Mr. Dawson, who was having supper not far from her. Little Bean walked over curiously. Standing behind Little Bean, she said with faked surprise, Whoa, it's indeed Mom. But she just called Daddy and said she was alone in the coffee house. What's going on? Are you two messing with me? Chloe was exasperated. Mom, explain why you're in Handsome Cooper's car, or we won't forgive you. Little Bean wouldn't let it go. Justin. Little Bean, look at your mommy. She's almost 140 pounds. But your Uncle Coop's handsome and elegant, so how can he choose her? Do you think I'd do anything with the fat Dr. Green? Ha ha, Justin, you insulted me. Chloe looked at Justin in exasperation. I'm only stating the fact, Justin explained calmly. Whoa, Mom, you were dumped by Handsome Cooper. Little Bean laughed. Yes, Miss Delcy, because of you, I was dumped by 2 men, said Chloe. Yeah, look at your husband. He doesn't even want to look at you. He only gives you his handsome back. Little Bean turned the camera to Jack. Sure enough, Mr. Dawson was sitting at the table and eating slowly. Jack glanced at Little Bean dotingly. Daughter, don't stir trouble. Little Bean wants to start a family war, Pudding explained. You did too. I'm not the only one doing it. Okay, kiddos, we can't talk to you now. We're on our way to collect debt. Chloe was about to end the conversation. Mrs. Dawson, when you come home, Mr. Dawson will prepare hot coal and a keyboard for you. Which do you prefer? Pudding teased her mom. Let's not talk about it. I think you and Little Bean have too much time on your hands. So I plan to register you guys in dancing class, sight reading and ear training, and taekwondo class. Oh, Spanish too. You'll have them on weekends. What do you think? Mommy, we were joking. Don't take it seriously. Pudding corrected herself immediately. Mommy, I love you. Come back early and take care of yourself. Little Bean buttered her mommy up. Okay, see you later. Obviously, the kids were no match for their mom. One sentence from Chloe turned the tables. Scared, the 2 kids ended the video chat. Jack looked back and asked purposefully, What happened? Who won? Of course your wife won. She's so sly. Little Bean pouted. Dad, your woman is vicious. I admit defeat, Pudding said. I told you not to mess with her. Jack smiled. We didn't. I wanted to video chat with Handsome Cooper, but Mommy answered it. Daddy, don't you want to send people to follow them? Little Bean ran over and climbed onto his lap. Forget it. You girls don't mess around. Go and eat some fruits. I have work to do. Jack had no time to joke with his daughters. He knew his wife and was never worried about Chloe hanging out with Justin. He hadn't been worried even when Chloe lived in Justin's home for 1 year. Besides, his wife was now pregnant with his son, and would be in labor soon. He'd never be so low as to suspect her. At the gate of a company. "Let's go up directly. The fellow must be in his office," said Justin. "No, watch me." Chloe got out of the car with a smile and walked to the reception in the foyer. "My Majesty, slow down, please." Justin parked the car and hurried after Chloe. In tacit understanding, the bodyguards didn't follow them. They parked behind Justin's car to keep watch. One of them followed Chloe and Justin from some distance to ensure their safety. Chloe put one hand on the small of her back and touched her big belly with the other hand as she walked to the receptionist. "Can I ask whom you want to see?" the receptionist asked with a polite smile. "Is Arlo Bryson here?" Chloe didn't call him President Bryson, but used his full name instead. She did it on purpose. On the way here, she had asked Justin for the name of the company's president, so she was prepared. President Bryson is here. Do you have an appointment?" "I don't need an appointment. Don't you know who I am?" Chloe touched her belly. Justin was stunned by her acting skills. I'll call President Bryson about your visit." "No, I'll go up myself. Thank you," Chloe said overbearingly and led Justin to the elevator bank. Then she asked in a whisper, "Which floor is the president's office?" "The top floor," Justin replied. "Okay, let's go up." "Dr. Green, I'm surprised at your slyness. Haha." Justin was smart and saw through Chloe's trick immediately. "I'm doing it to help you collect debt. Do you think it's easy for me?" Chloe rolled her eyes at him. "It's not easy. When we get the money back, I'll give it all to you." "No, I don't need money." They chatted as they rode up to the top floor. When they entered the president's office, they saw the president was talking on the phone with an anxious face. "Honey, let me explain. I truly didn't. I have only you. You know how good I've been to you in the past years. You must trust me. I was framed." "Hi, President Bryson," Chloe said with a sweet voice purposefully. The moment she spoke, the president's explanation was in vain. "Honey, I'll explain to you after I go home tonight. Please don't get angry." The man ended the call and glanced at Justin and then at Chloe. "President Cooper, I owe you a little money. Is it worth it to corner me like this? My wife is burning with rage." "President Bryson, what are you talking about? My friend and I didn't do anything." With a chuckle, Justin sat down on the sofa. He knew the effects of their prank and just played innocent. "President Bryson, $8 million isn't a big amount. I suggest you return it," Chloe said with a smile. "I'm temporarily short on cash." "Oh, I see. Fine, don't worry. I don't have anything to do anyway. I'll come to your company every day to have tea and chat with you." Hearing her words, the man shivered in fear. "Please don't. I beg you. Have mercy on me." "President Bryson, what are you talking about? It's not easy for a pregnant employee to collect debt each day. You must understand us, right?" Yes. The man immediately picked up his phone and dialed an internal number. "Finance department? I don't care where you find the money, but you must transfer $8 million to Imperial Star's account now." Hanging up, the man looked at Justin with a sullen face. "President Cooper, are you satisfied? Just don't make trouble for me, okay?" "Okay, I'll go after I get the text message." "President Cooper, I have a favor to ask," the man continued. "Go ahead." Justin's lips curved up in a great mood. "Can you have your pregnant employee call my wife and explain it to her? She insists that I have a mistress and a baby with her." Note chapter 3929. "My Majesty, slow down, please." Justin parked the car and hurried after Chloe. In tacit understanding, the bodyguards didn't follow them. They parked behind Justin's car to keep watch. One of them followed Chloe and Justin from some distance to ensure their safety. Chloe put one hand on the small of her back and touched her big belly with the other hand as she walked to the receptionist. "Can I ask whom you want to see?" the receptionist asked with a polite smile. "Is Arlo Bryson here?" Chloe didn't call him President Bryson, but used his full name instead. She did it on purpose. On the way here, she had asked Justin for the name of the company's president, so she was prepared. President Bryson is here. Do you have an appointment?" "I don't need an appointment. Don't you know who I am?" Chloe touched her belly. Justin was stunned by her acting skills. I'll call President Bryson about your visit." "No, I'll go up myself. Thank you," Chloe said overbearingly and led Justin to the elevator bank. Then she asked in a whisper, "Which floor is the president's office?" "The top floor," Justin replied. "Okay, let's go up." "Dr. Green, I'm surprised at your slyness. Ha ha." Justin was smart and saw through Chloe's trick immediately. "I'm doing it to help you collect debt. Do you think it's easy for me?" Chloe rolled her eyes at him. "It's not easy. When we get the money back, I'll give it all to you." "No, I don't need money." They chatted as they rode up to the top floor. When they entered the president's office, they saw the president was talking on the phone with an anxious face. "Honey, let me explain. I truly didn't. I have only you. You know how good I've been to you in the past years. You must trust me. I was framed." "Hi, President Bryson," Chloe said with a sweet voice purposefully. The moment she spoke, the president's explanation was in vain. "Honey, I'll explain to you after I go home tonight. Please don't get angry." The man ended the call and glanced at Justin and then at Chloe. "President Cooper, I owe you a little money. Is it worth it to corner me like this? My wife is burning with rage." "President Bryson, what are you talking about? My friend and I didn't do anything." With a chuckle, Justin sat down on the sofa. He knew the effects of their prank and just played innocent. "President Bryson, $8 million isn't a big amount. I suggest you return it," Chloe said with a smile. "I'm temporarily short on cash." "Oh, I see. Fine, don't worry. I don't have anything to do anyway. I'll come to your company every day to have tea and chat with you." Hearing her words, the man shivered in fear. "Please don't. I beg you. Have mercy on me." "President Bryson, what are you talking about? It's not easy for a pregnant employee to collect debt each day. You must understand us, right?" Yes. The man immediately picked up his phone and dialed an internal number. "Finance department? I don't care where you find the money, but you must transfer $8 million to Imperial Star's account now." Hanging up, the man looked at Justin with a sullen face. "President Cooper, are you satisfied? Just don't make trouble for me, okay?" "Okay. I'll go after I get the text message." "President Cooper, I have a favor to ask," the man continued. "Go ahead." Justin's lips curved up in a great mood. "Can you have your pregnant employee call my wife and explain it to her? She insists that I have a mistress and a baby with her." As they walked out of the company, Justin kept chuckling. "Can you stop it?" Chloe felt exasperated. "Dr. Green, I'm truly stunned. You're indeed good. You collected the debt that I've been trying to collect for over 1 month." Justin just couldn't believe that Chloe had collected a debt of more than $8 million with a few words, without using violence or connections. She did it without even quarreling. "Don't you know pregnant women are powerful?" "I know now, but you're smart to know that the receptionist would tell his wife." Justin didn't have a deep understanding of the women's schemes, which explained his puzzlement. "Didn't you say he's afraid of his wife?" "Yeah. Then his wife must have spies in his company. When I strolled into the building to find him, I drew many people's attention. Even if the receptionist didn't tell her, others would." "I see. Thank you for teaching me this trick." Justin admired her. "Come on, I told you we'd split the money in half." Justin picked up his cell phone to transfer money to her. "Don't. If you want, you can donate it to the fund under Aunt Cooper's management. Southside always has sick kids from poor families. Some sick infants were even abandoned by their parents. With our fund to help them, they'll have a chance to live." Chloe hadn't wanted the money, but she also knew Justin was rich and would give her half of the money as he promised. "Fine, I'll do as you say." Justin called his mother immediately. He was supposed to donate half of the money, but seeing how much Chloe cared about the fund at Southside Recuperation Center, he donated all $8 million. "Chloe, you want to return to Southside very much?" "It's fine, not so much." Chloe walked with him with her head lowered. "If you want to return, I'll figure out a way. Elsie's father is powerful, but my grandpa is more powerful. I'll talk to my grandpa." "Please don't. I don't want to trouble Grandpa Cooper with my personal business. Besides, I'll be in labor soon and have no time to manage Southside. It's a good thing that I was fired. I enjoy myself with food and fun each day and have gained some weight lately." She turned a circle and Justin saw her face and waist had indeed turned rounder. "You must take good care of yourself. The late stage of pregnancy is very important. Justin hoped Chloe would give birth to the baby without accident, since no one was more eager to see Chloe safe and happy than him. I know. How about you? Did you see Melody in the hospital? I did. The damned girl is stubborn. Justin sighed. Melody's quite eccentric, but has a good character. In fact, you can consider her as a candidate. Chloe wasn't subtle about it. Justin changed the subject. Lately, the company is indeed in need of good performers. I'll consider spending money to promote her if she works hard. I didn't mean that. I meant your personal life. My personal life? I've been looking. Many people try to introduce girls to me, and I added many girls on my Snap. Look, my contact list is so long. Justin even showed the list on his cell phone to Chloe as proof because he didn't want her to feel burdened. As they walked on the street, someone followed them and took many pictures. In a club, a woman was smoking as she looked at the photos with icy eyes. I'm surprised Justin is such a loyal lover. It's been years and he still loves that batch Chloe. In the chief's office of the Municipal Public Security Bureau. Chief Ace, why did you transfer Violet all of a sudden? The Baisha branch needs more people. They asked for her. The chief of the Baisha branch obeys you. If you didn't agree, how could they transfer her? What do you mean? Are you questioning me? Noah looked at the deputy chief, who was a bit older than him. No, I don't dare to question you. I mean, Violet is a good police officer and everyone says so. Many single guys in our bureau are secretly in love with her. After you transferred her without a warning, the people were a bit surprised. This is a police bureau, a place that was established to serve the public. It's not a matchmaking agency. I hope you understand that. Noah looked scary when he got serious. Yes. Chief Ace, you know me. That's not what I meant. Okay, I have to go out on business. The decision is made and you'd better not dwell on it. The single young police officers are not worried yet. As a senior officer, you have no reason to get agitated about it. That said, Noah walked out of the foyer. After he left, some female employees began to whisper among themselves. Hey, do you guys know why Chief Ace transferred Violet? Is there something between them? He was afraid they'd be discovered by us, so... It's not possible. Chief Ace is a man with integrity. We had university graduates prettier than Violet, but he treated them as he did the others. He didn't pay special attention to them. Yeah, it said he adores his wife. I wonder if his wife saved the galaxy in her last lifetime. It was a trivial thing for Noah to transfer a minor police officer, but someone made it into a big issue. That night, the official website of the Public Security Bureau was hacked, and someone posted an article titled, Municipal Bureau Chief Suspected to Have an Affair with a Pretty Subordinate and Transferred Her to Cover His Misconduct. The article caused a stir in the public security system. Not only the leaders from the Provincial Public Security Department questioned Noah, but they summoned Sarah for questioning as well. That night, the atmosphere in Noah's home was very tense. Isn't this thing in the past? Why did they make such a big fuss about it? Sarah's face was cold. How would I know? Noah, tell me the truth. Did you transfer the homewrecker Violet to get her out of your sight, or to make you meeting with her more convenient? What are you talking about? Noah was piqued. He was the center of his colleagues' gossip today, and was even summoned by his superior for questioning before he went off work. Buried in the heavy workload in the bureau, he didn't have time or energy on the personal issue. After a long day, he was a bit cranky, so when Sarah questioned his integrity, he got impatient and raised his voice. Noah, you dared to yell at me? Sarah stared at her husband in surprise. Sarah, please don't make a fuss about it. I've got a lot on my plate in the bureau. What's on your plate? Your affair with Violet? Can you stop it? I've transferred her. What else do you want me to do? You won't be happy unless I shoot her? Noah seldom lost his temper. With Secretary Rue pressuring him to find his daughter, Noah had been in a foul mood for a few days. Incensed by the argument, he exploded finally. Yeah, I won't be satisfied until you shoot her. What? You can't bear to do it? The woman was burning in rage and exploded too. Noah was very good to her and seldom raised his voice with her. Hearing her words, Noah became more furious. With one hand on his hip, he was at a loss for words. Biting on his lip tightly, he trembled in fury. Dad, Mom, don't fight, okay? Ethan had been lying in bed and watching anime. When he heard the big argument in the living room, he hurried out to stop them. "Noah, you're obsessed with the homewrecker and find faults with me. You're upset that I made you transfer her, right? You didn't know how to explain to your little mistress, right?" "Sarah Smith, I can't believe you said these words." Hearing him call her by her full name, Sarah was even more angry. "Son, let's go, so he can miss his little mistress in peace." Sarah caught Ethan's hand and walked to the door. "It's late. Where are you going?" Despite his anger, he was still concerned for his wife and son's safety. "I'll go to my ex with Ethan," Sarah roared to anger him. Furious, Noah let them go. After Sarah walked out of the door with their son in her arms, Noah dropped to the sofa, feeling his head was full of ringing sounds. He had a good reputation in the years he worked in the bureau, but some people got jealous of him and used this incident to slander him. Although his superior knew Noah did nothing wrong, and it was a slander, the impact of the slander was still there. Under the pressure of the big workload lately, Noah was on the brink of collapse. 10 minutes later, he calmed down and called Sarah, but she had powered off her cell phone. Resigned, he called his parents-in-law, telling them that Sarah and Ethan would visit them. Then he called Jack and asked the latter to have a drink with him. Sarah drove from home with Ethan with the intention of going to her parents' home, but on second thought, she didn't want her parents to worry about her, so she drove to South Hill Manor and stayed in Chloe's home. Chloe and the twins were happy to receive them. Little Bean was especially happy, and she forgot her sleepiness and pulled Ethan to her toy room to see her new toys. Sarah told Ethan how Noah treated her badly and called him a BS in the first hospital. Rory dipped a towel into warm water and wring it dry before handing it to Melody. "Clean your face and go to sleep." "Rory, I'll be released from hospital tomorrow. You don't have to come and take care of me. You did a lot for me in the last couple of days. I'll take a flight tomorrow morning and leave here. Tonight is my last night in the city." "So soon?" "No, I've already postponed it for a couple of days." "It's my fault." Melody felt guilty. "No, you gave me the excuse to chill for a few days." "Rory, remember to keep in touch with me." Melody placed her hand on Rory's smooth and tender little hand. "Don't worry, I'll follow your updates. When you become a big star, I'll boast to my comrades in the army that the big star Melody is my bestie. Ha." "Rory, you really don't want to say goodbye to Lin Hang?" Melody knew the person Rory cared about the most was this mechanic. "No, I don't want him to know." When Rory got stubborn, it was impossible to change her mind. "Rory, I'll remember all the things you've done for me." Melody felt melancholic. "Don't say these words. Don't make me cry. I hate crying. Be happy for me." "Okay." The next morning, before Melody's agent and assistant came to take her out of the hospital, Rory left at 5 a.m. to catch the 7 a.m. flight. She left silently, and few people in the company knew about it. Melody returned to her dorm room and felt bad as she glanced around the empty room. She sent a message to Rory. "Rory, have a safe journey. I'm grateful that I have you in my life." 1 minute later, she heard a beep. Thinking it came from Rory, she immediately picked it up, but found it came from Easton. "I went to the hospital to see you and they told me you were discharged today." "Yeah. F. You didn't even tell me about it. I wasted a trip." "You want to see me for something?" "Yeah, I went to visit you. How are you doing?" "I'm much better." "Can you dance in this week's contest?" "No problem." "Good. Get some rest today. We'll begin rehearsing the dance from tomorrow." "Okay." Ending the chat, Melody lay in her bed to empty her thoughts. At this moment, a knock came from the door. Melody got up slowly and opened the door. To her surprise, it was Anne standing outside. Everyone knew Anne was Justin's assistant, so Melody glanced behind him, thinking Justin came too. "President Cooper is not here. I came alone." Reading her thoughts, Anne explained. "Oh," Melody was a bit embarrassed. "President Cooper had me buy these for you," and handed several big food bags to her. "Okay, thank President Cooper for me. President Cooper said you can call him if you need something." "Okay. And about Rory joining the army?" "I won't tell anyone," Melody said immediately. "Okay, see you." Melody brought the bags in and opened them. One bag contained top-quality fruits. Another bag contained new articles for daily use. Another bag contained antibiotics. It was a considerate gesture. Tossing and turning in bed, she couldn't sleep. Finally, she sent a message to Justin. President Cooper, Anne brought the things to me. Thank you. To her surprise, Justin didn't reply. Melody felt a bit disappointed. She hadn't seen Justin except for the first day in hospital. At second thought, she knew Justin was a busy man and couldn't remember to see her. This thought made her sad. Lying in bed, she fell asleep finally. Then she woke up by the ringing of her cell phone. Hello? Groggily, she answered it. Melody, come to Legao nightclub. It was Justin's voice. Huh? Now? Yeah, I'll send Anne to pick you up. Get dressed and wait for him. Knowing her foot had just recovered, he sent Anne for her. Okay. Melody wondered why Justin wanted her, a patient, to go to a nightclub at this late hour. When she arrived, she began to understand his intention. When she entered the room, it was noisy inside and no one noticed her. Anne brought her to Justin's side. He was drinking with a well-known director. President Cooper, Miss Melody is here. Come here. Justin beckoned at her and asked her to sit beside him. In the washroom of the compartment, Cora had her arms around a director's neck. Director Sun, why haven't I received the notice of my role? I heard other actors and actresses are getting ready to enter the cast. Where's my notice? Cora, to tell you the truth, you might not enter it. Why not? You promised me. Cora was angry, but knowing she couldn't offend the director, she could do nothing but beg. She rubbed his private parts with her thighs familiarly. Someone replaced you for the role. Forget this one. I'll get a role for you in the next movie, okay? How can you do this to me? You promised me. Cora was angry. She had used many connections for this movie and slept with 3 guys, including the director, the producer, and one of the investors. It took her great efforts to get the supporting female role, but at the last moment, she was replaced. All her efforts were in vain. I can't do anything about it. Director Sun, I thought I was your favorite. Why did you do it? I'll be very sad. You know I like this movie. Not daring to fall out with the director, Cora had to use the puppy dog eyes trick to gain his pity. Cora, to tell you the truth, I want to cast you, but the investor demanded us to replace you. I can't disobey the people who give us money. Investor? The vulgar Lou? Cora remembered that the lecherous old fellow had promised to give her a role when he slept with her. No, Mr. Lou is a small shareholder. The biggest investor ordered us to replace you. The biggest investor? Which one? Cora asked immediately. Imperial Star Entertainment. Imperial Star Entertainment? Justin? Cora, we're not strangers, so I'd ask you if you offended President Cooper lately. Cora was about to say she didn't, when she suddenly remembered the rumor about Melody and Justin. She paused. Cora, you can't afford to offend Justin. If you did, apologize to him as soon as possible. Otherwise, your road to stardom is blocked, Director Sun persuaded her patiently. I got it. Thank you, Director Sun. Cora was furious but didn't dare to show it. She had heard that Melody was Justin's protégé but had dismissed it as a rumor. But it turned out the rumor was right. She only stepped on Melody's foot. But Justin replaced her in the new movie to get revenge for his woman. Cora hadn't expected it since few men would do this for their mistresses. Did it mean that Melody was truly Justin's beloved woman? At this thought, she repaired her makeup in the washroom. When she came out, she filled a glass of wine and walked toward Justin. Hi, President Cooper. Do you remember me? Justin glanced at her and pretended he didn't know her. I'm Cora. Which Cora? The one in Thai Entertainment? Cora smiled in embarrassment. No, I'm the Cora in the dance show. I'm sorry, but I didn't watch it, Justin answered calmly. All the people in the room fell silent, knowing Mr. Cooper was mad. Cora looked more embarrassed, and it was hard to keep her smile in place. Oh, I see. I thought, since a performer from your company is in the show, you'd watch it. I'm very busy. What? You want to speak to me? Justin did it to humiliate her. President Cooper, I don't know how I offended you. Please forgive me and show mercy to an insignificant unknown actress. I'll be forever grateful to you. To show my sincerity, I'll have a button up first. She was, after all, a worldly woman. Under everyone's eyes, she drained the wine in her glass. Director's son wanted to help her since he had slept with her. So he applauded and yelled, "Cora, you can indeed hold you liquor. A rare woman with a straightforward personality. I'm sure President Cooper will forgive you." The others followed suit and applauded too. Cora had been in show business for several years and had made some friends. Seeing them help her, Justin said in a measured pace, "Miss Cora, you're mistaken. You didn't offend me but my employee, so it's useless to apologize to me. You should ask my employee for forgiveness. After all, she was suspended and almost got eliminated because of you." Melody was a bit nervous. Although she disliked Cora, she hadn't thought to humiliate the latter in front of so many people. As she got nervous, Justin reached out and covered her hand, giving her courage. Cora was a star with some popularity, and it was hard for her to apologize to Melody. But if she didn't give in, she'd miss the opportunity to get the supporting female role in the big movie. It would bring her an income of $6 million. After careful consideration, she decided to admit defeat. With a smile, she filled her glass again. Looking at Melody, she said, "Melody, I wronged you. Please forgive me." Then she had a bottom up again. Melody was about to reach for the wine glass but was stopped by Justin. "Melody, remember what I told you?" Melody was surprised. Justin continued, "Remember, you must let her have a taste of her own medicine. You must give her the double treatment she gave to you. If my memory serves me right, Miss Cora stepped on your foot, right? Then you should step on her foot twice." "President Cooper, that's enough. Do me a favor. Cora has done her best." Director's son couldn't bear to see his mistress be humiliated further. Justin raised his head and glanced at the man. "Do you a favor? Who do you think you are?" The director's face turned dark at the words. Instantly, no one dared to make a sound. When the prince of the Cooper family was mad, he dared to even roast high-level officials in the municipal government, not to mention a director. Knowing no one was able to help her today, Cora had to walk over and say to Melody, "Then I'll let Melody step on my foot twice." Melody gritted her teeth. She knew Justin was determined to get revenge for her, and if she showed kindness, she'd let him down. With gritted teeth, she stood up without a word and stepped on Cora's foot twice with vicious force. Cora's face turned livid. Suppressing her fury, she said, "President Cooper, do you think it's enough? You must ask Melody if she forgives you." Cora looked at Melody with complicated feelings inside. "Melody, is it enough? Are you satisfied?" "It's enough. Sis, you must be careful in the future. It's fine that you stepped on me, a beginner. But if you stepped on an A-list actress, her career as an actress would be over, right?" "Yeah, you're right." Cora forced out a smile. Then Justin stood up slowly and brushed the cigarette ash from the front of his shirt. "I, Justin, have two characteristics. One is, I'm rich, super rich. The second is, I protect what's mine. Anyone who messes with my people will end badly. This incident is over, and I hope it won't be revealed to people outside of the room. If I find anyone has taken a video of today's incident, then you'll face my rage." The threat stunned the people in the room. Then Justin caught Melody's arm and walked her out of the room. "Mr. Cooper, goodbye." "President Cooper, goodbye." All the people in the room held their breath until Justin was gone. Then they began to talk. The moment Justin went out, Cora dropped to the sofa and wept with her hands covering her face. She had never been humiliated like this. "Cora, don't cry. It's okay. It's not a big deal." "Justin is outrageous," Cora complained in tears. "What can you do? Justin's always been like this. You must remember to stay away from his people." The others tried to comfort her. After they walked out, Melody still felt a big dizzy. "How did you feel?" Justin released her arm and asked with a chuckle. "Cool. It was so cool," Melody told the truth. "Silly, you hesitated when I told you to step on her foot." "It's because it was my first time doing such things. I should have stepped harder. Ha!" "Okay. Now you got your revenge and established your status. I guess no one will mess with you either in the dance show or when you shoot dramas." "Thank you for defending me, President Cooper." Melody felt warm inside. Ever since she was little, she had tried her best to avoid trouble and solve every problem by herself. It was the first time that someone protected her, which gave her a very warm feeling. Her feelings for Justin went deeper. Of course, she hid her feelings well and wouldn't let him know. Is your leg still in pain? No. Can you do this week's live show? I can. If you don't believe me, I can run a circle for you. In a great mood, she made to go for a run. Justin waved his hand to stop her. Forget it. Don't be so reckless again. Your injury has just recovered. You don't need to worry about this week's live show, and it doesn't matter even if you get eliminated. I told the directors to give you a less difficult dance so you don't have to work too hard. Do you want me to fool the audience? Do you want to fool them or get crippled? Justin asked. I want neither. In your dreams, you've done enough in the contest since you've shown your face to the public and earned some popularity. We don't need to go any further in the show. Justin didn't have high hopes for her because she was just a beginner. President Cooper, did I let you down? I'm not a good performer, right? Hearing his words, Melody was a bit disappointed, thinking she had failed to gain his approval. Justin looked surprised. Slanting a glance at her, he said with a sigh, In past years, my Imperial Star has had lots of talented performers. You're indeed not the best or the most hard-working one, but your current performance is good enough for me. Melody found Justin at this moment didn't look like an employer or a friend. He was so endearing that he looked like a big brother living next door. She stood on her toes and had the sudden urge to lean over and kiss him. Yeah, it was indeed a crazy idea. For the first time in her life, Melody wanted to do a brave thing. She stood on her toes and was about to kiss him when Anne's voice interrupted her. Oblivious of her intention, Justin heard Anne's voice and walked toward him, leaving Melody standing there in embarrassment. President Cooper, our car has a problem. Anne had worked for Justin for many years, and Justin knew he never exaggerated. What's wrong? I'll explain later. Anyway, we can't use the car today. Maybe you can take a taxi to drive Miss Melody home, or I'll call the company and have a chauffeur pick you up? Justin looked down and glanced at his watch. Forget it. It's late and I don't want to wake them up. I'll take a taxi. How about you? I'll call the dealer and get them to tow the car to the shop, said Anne. Okay. Justin strode back and stopped a taxi. Let's go. I'll take you home. President Cooper, I'm fine. I can go back by myself. Melody thought she was a tough girl. Don't stall. Hurry up and get in. It's cold outside. Without a fuss, he pulled open the door and pushed her onto the back seat. Then he took the passenger seat. Employee dorm building of Imperial Star, he said. No problem. The taxi driver was a middle-aged man over 40. With sparse hair and a heavy-set body, he had a genial face. Huh? Are you the big boss of Imperial Star? After a few minutes, the taxi driver kept glancing at Justin, thinking he looked familiar. Finally, he recognized Justin. Yeah, Justin didn't elaborate. Whoa, my gosh, it's really you. I heard you're super rich, right? It's okay. It's hard to see if he was being modest or pretending indifference. Melody chuckled behind him. Justin gave her a dirty look in the back mirror. Whoa, do you know how much my daughter likes you, President Cooper? She says you're handsome and wants to quit school to interview for a trainee position at your company. How old is your daughter? Justin was curious. She'll be 12 after this year's birthday. Ha ha! Melody hooted uncontrollably. Is it funny? Justin looked back and glared at her. So, funny. President Cooper, I didn't know so many people like you. Melody chuckled. Justin looked exasperated. Then the driver continued feelingly. Brother, I tell you money isn't guaranteed to bring happiness, right? Many rich people have loaned lots of money from banks, which gives them great pressure. They are not as happy as I, a taxi driver. I'm content so long as I can make $200 to $300 each day. You have a point, Justin chatted with him casually. Then the driver glanced back at Melody. The girl is very pretty. Is she a performer in your company? Justin nodded slightly. You're lucky with women. You can have any female stars you want, but you must take it easy. If you do it too frequently when you are young, you'll feel the consequences when you're my age. If a man has weak kidneys, it's hard to recover. I hope you'll take it easy. Hearing his words, Justin was so angry that he didn't know he should laugh or cry. Melody blushed in embarrassment. She was an adult and knew what the driver meant. "I say, are you a taxi driver or a paparazzi? You're not young but still love to gossip." Justin couldn't bear it anymore and scolded the middle-aged driver. Time passed quickly as they chatted with the funny taxi driver. The car stopped at the gate of the dorm building and Melody got out of the car. Justin didn't get out and had the taxi driver drive him back to his house. Then Anne came back in a little while and his expression looked weird. "What's wrong with the car? What did the people in the dealer shop say?" Sitting on the sofa, Justin browsed financial news on his cell phone and asked, "The car was tampered with." Hearing these words, Justin looked up slowly. When he saw the serious expression on Anne's face, he knew this was a big issue. It was tampered with? Justin had never had this happen to him before, not even once. Anne nodded. "Yeah, the brakes don't work." "You didn't drive it, so how did you know?" Justin was puzzled. "When I went to the underground parking lot to get the car, I saw a figure in black clothes sneaking away. After you let me investigate the car accident last time, I've been very cautious. I checked the car and found someone tampered with the brakes." "Did you get the surveillance video from the nightclub? They must have cameras in the underground parking lot." "I did. As I expected, someone erased it." "Heh, this is interesting." Justin smiled. "President Cooper, we must be extra careful now. I feel the enemy is getting closer." "I know. He wants to kill me. I'll see who'll die first." After the last car accident, he had known that someone had targeted him. He felt guilty that Melody was involved in an attempt to kill him, so he had been nicer to her. However, Anne's investigation of the car accident produced no clues, which meant his enemies hid themselves well. For a period, nothing happened, and Justin had lowered his guard. But today, someone tampered with his car. This was a new car he bought after his favorite car, the black Lamborghini 6 Element, crashed. Everyone thought he'd buy a car of the same make, but he didn't. He bought several race cars. Besides, his company had many cars, including Bentleys, Land Rovers, and BMWs, etc. The car that got tampered with was an orange Ferrari that Justin used the most frequently. Fortunately, Anne discovered their scheme in time, otherwise the result would have been unpredictable. Justin didn't want to be in another car crash. After all, it didn't feel good to see death staring into your eyes. "President Cooper, there's something I don't know if I should tell you." Looking at his thoughtful boss, Anne hesitated and said, "I think you're going to tell me, right?" Justin looked down at his cell phone and said, "Today, when you came out of the nightclub and I called out to you, I saw Miss Melody was about to kiss you." "Stop the BS." Justin scolded him in embarrassment. "It's not BS, it's true. If I hadn't called out to you, Miss Justin might have kissed you?" Justin licked his lip with an unreadable expression. He didn't speak. "President Cooper, I think she likes you," Anne analyzed. "Okay, don't make up stories. Order some takeout. I'm starving." Justin didn't feel comfortable talking about personal feelings, so he immediately changed the topic. "Are you addicted to takeout?" "Or what? You'll cook?" Justin raised his eyebrows. "Then, let's order takeout." And didn't dare to object. After all, he wasn't a woman and couldn't cook each day. He was an assistant and bodyguard, not a chef. Meanwhile, Jack and Noah were drinking in a German-style beer house. They sat in a quiet compartment, and a singer was singing outside. "Did you fight with your wife again?" Mr. Dawson began. "You could see that? Can you read my mind?" Noah was surprised. "Nothing but fighting with your wife could make you so sulky." Jack knew Noah more than he knew himself. As a workaholic like his father, Noah had been obsessively passionate with his job as a policeman. No matter how busy, how tired, or how pressured he was, he could always hold himself well. But he didn't know how to deal with problems concerning women. Maybe it was because men never think like women. In Noah's opinion, he had transferred Octavia. Despite the rumors arising from it, he did nothing wrong. However, Sarah didn't comfort him. Instead, she yelled at him. He felt wronged. "Sometimes I just don't understand how Sarah's mind works." "If you understand women, you would be a philosopher," Jack said calmly. "Fortunately, I have had a few things happening to our family in the past years. If I had been in your situation, Sarah would have been the death of me. Now that we mention it, I find Chloe is a good woman with a broad mind. She trusts you and faces all difficulties together with you. So she is my destined soulmate. Mentioning Chloe, Jack was always proud. He sounded as if his wife was the best woman in the world. Does it mean Sarah is not my destined soulmate? Noah froze. Would you try divorce? Jack had a faint smile on his lips. Get out of here. Don't pull my leg. How dare I divorce? If I did, Sarah would never forgive me. So, you love her, then try to think from her perspective. Women always feel insecure, especially when an enemy who's better than her appears. It's no wonder she's paranoid. I don't think Octavia is better than her. She looks ordinary, Noah told the truth. You think so because you love your wife. That's true. We planned to have another baby, but after Ethan was born, Sarah's health has been poor, so I don't want her to get pregnant again. Fine, go to my home and take her home. It's not a big deal, so stop hurting each other. Jack seldom minded such business, but he could see Noah was truly unhappy. Okay, I'll go with you. After chatting with Jack, Noah felt much better and drove with Jack to South Hill Manor. Seeing Noah enter the house, Chloe immediately told Sarah, who was applying a facial mask in the living room, Hey woman, your man is here to take you home. Tell him to get out. Sarah was still angry. Feeling a bit awkward, Noah didn't speak. He went toward his son. Let's go, son. Come home with Daddy. Ethan glanced at his dad and said calmly, Take your wife home. I want to stay the night in Aunt Chloe's home. Son, what did you say? Noah thought he had heard it wrong. Your son said he wants to stay here for the night, Jack repeated for Noah ruthlessly. Why? Noah looked hurt. Do you have to ask? Even now you still don't understand your son's heart. I think your life was wasted. Sarah stood up and couldn't help commenting. Noah was at a loss for words. At this moment, Little Bean glanced at Noah and said, Uncle Ace, let Ethan stay. You and Aunt Sarah go home tonight, and my daddy will send Ethan home. Don't worry. Well done, son. Someone even speaks for you. Noah was exasperated. Honey, let's go home. Noah glanced at Sarah. No, I won't go with you. Our son is staying here for his future wife. What's your reason? It's not right for a mother-in-law to impose on her daughter-in-law. Noah chuckled. Get out of here. Okay, Miss Sarah. The fight is over. Now you must go home. Don't disturb the harmony in my family. Chloe pushed Sarah toward the door. Hey, Chloe, you're mean to me. You can't let me stay here for only one night? I want you to stay, but I'm afraid someone will collapse. Chloe glanced at Noah. Let's go, Honorable, stop it. Too shy to butter up his wife in front of others, Noah took Sarah's hand and walked out with her. Ethan, you really don't want to go home with us? Sarah glanced at their son before walking out. Goodbye, Mom. Without raising his head, Ethan waved at her direction, making everyone laugh. The couple ended their fight within one day. After they left, Jack and Chloe went to their bedroom while the kids played downstairs. Are you tired? I'll get you some hot water to soak your feet in. Great. Thank you, Honorable. Chloe felt she got more and more lazy as her pregnancy came to the late stage. With most of the house chores done by housemaids, she didn't want them to help her with this intimate chore, but Jack always offered to do it for her. Jack helped her to sit on the bed. She was clumsy, feeling her belly was dozens of pounds weighing her down. Cautiously, Jack pulled off her pure white cotton socks. He flicked on the back of her foot gently. They look swollen. Are you in pain? It's a typical sign in the late stage of pregnancy. It's no big deal and I don't feel any pain. It was like this when I was pregnant with Pudding and Little Bean. Chloe said the words without thinking, and she regretted them immediately. She was conscious that Jack had missed that period with her. I'm sorry, Honorable. Don't say sorry, silly. I know what you're thinking. Don't worry. I no longer blame myself because I'm making up to my lost time. Jack put the socks aside carefully and went to the bathroom to get hot water. Chloe hummed as she sat on the bed, feeling this was the happiest moment in her life. Suddenly, a beep came from Snap. Chloe picked up her cell phone and glanced at it. Thanks for tuning in to the Cool Audio Podcast. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a fellow story lover. Until next time, stay cool and keep listening.